Hello, this is Tetris King Killer by, three people it looks like. Kivame, Falcone, and Adam. I hope I got those names right. It is one of the puzzles of the, how is it pronounced? The Cygnet Sudoku, which is apparently a book of puzzles created by this group of students from a puzzle setting seminar, if I got that correctly, where these two people sort of taught a bunch of other students how to set variant Sudoku. So yeah, I'm going to try one of these puzzles. It is considered a moderately difficult puzzle. There are actually 3 difficulties of puzzles in there, and this is the middle one. So I'm going to try solving it and seeing how it goes. If we get through this reasonably fast, I'll try all the other puzzles as well. So with that, what are the rules of the puzzle? So 9x9 Sudoku rules apply, which means that you place the digits 1 to 9 in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Killer cages. Digits in cages must sum to the number in the top left corner of the cage. So you can see that each of these cages, which are packed very nicely into this sort of Tetris-like pattern, so all the cages are 4 digits large. Digits in cages must sum to the number in the top left corner, so each cage has this little number in the top left corner here. The digits must sum to this number. So if this is 27, then these 4 digits must sum to 27. Digits may not repeat within cages, so let me see if I can find a good example for that. Maybe this 18 cage, something like what would be the last digit here? I don't know, something like this. Even though this adds to 18, it is not valid because the 4 repeats, so that is not allowed. And also anti-king, so cells that are kings move apart in chess may not contain the same digit, meaning something like these 2 cells, which would normally be fine, cannot be the same anymore because they are a king's move apart. So those are the rules. With that, I think let us begin solving. Okay, so let's take a look at some of these cages. They're all 4 cells large, and I think we're going to look at the more important, or not more important, but more constrained ones first, like these 10 cages. Because what is the minimum you can put in a cage? Well, because they can't repeat, the minimum digits you can put in this 4 cell cage is 1, 2, 3, and 4, and that adds up to just 10. Which means that each of these 10 cages must be the minimum possible. So they must be 1, 2, 3, and 4. The 2 actually sees all of these cells, so none of them are 2, meaning that this cell is a 2 in the 10 cage. In here, this 3 sees both of those cells, so those are not 3. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, what is another one of those bigger numbers than this? 27 perhaps. Yes, because 27 already has 3 in it. So there are 3 digits left for us to determine, and how big can we make that? Well, we can make that 9, 8, and 7, which would happen to add up to 24, and with this 3 adds up to just 27, meaning we do need to put the maximum in this box. So the maximum would be 7, 8, and 9, and since 9 sees those 2 cells, that can't be 9, and so 9 is here. Okay, so that is something. We have a couple other cages, maybe this 2. No, not really, because we have this entire section of 3 cells here. There's something 20, and 20 in 3 cells is actually not that challenging. What about this cell? Because these 2 9s actually see all these cells. This can't be 9, so 9 is one of those cells. This is an 18 cage, so a 9 here makes this sum to 9 as well. And so these would then sum to 6, which is either 1, 5 or 3, 4. Oh, or 2, 4, sorry, 1, 5 or 2, 4. Doesn't seem to be a lot of constraint on that though, so I don't think there's much else to see there. Yeah. Alright, well that's interesting. This 9 sees all but those cells. And putting it there would remove a 9 from that cell because 9 can't be in cages. Ah, actually 9 can't be here. Because the 9 there would remove 9 from this by the cage rule, but also by anti-knight would remove a 9 from that cell. So this 9 actually removes both of these as possible options, which would break this box, because then you'd have nowhere to put 9. So that can't be 9. And so 9 must appear in this box, or in this cage here, which might be useful because it's an 18. The other 3 cells must sum to 9 as well. That is fairly interesting. Well, 9 doesn't have a lot else to be interesting about though, because, you know, 3 cells summing to 9 is not that difficult. It could be 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 5, I think. It could be 1, 2, 6 if we try hard enough. So unfortunately, I don't think we'll go anywhere with that. What's the next smallest cage we have? This 27 is the next biggest one. But it could have a lot of things in it, right? It could have the usual 7, 8 again. So this is not actually that stressed. Those sum to what do those sum to? 27 minus 9 is 18. So those are 18 in 3 cells. Well, I think they are somewhat restricted. 18 in 3 cells is not very though. We know we can't have a 9 on it. Actually, you can't have 7 and 8 on it either, because you couldn't have, like, wherever you put 7, the 8 would see those cells which breaks, and then otherwise the 7 here would see those cells which break. So it can't have both 7 and 8 on this. Meaning the maximum I could have would be 5, 6 and 8, right? Because you can't have both 7 and 8. So that would add up to 19. And we need this to add up to 18. So how do we make this smaller? Because this is 19, we need it to be 1 less. There are 2 ways to do that. We can make 4, 6, 8 or 5, 6, 7. These 2 will sum to 18. Does 4 work? I mean, 4 could be one of those cells, allowing there to be a 4 in one of those cells. But can we therefore say that 6 must exist in this cage somewhere? Yes, because without a 6, then the maximum you can have this is 4, 5 and 8, because you can't have 7 and 8. The maximum you have this is 4, 5, 8, which sums to 17, which is too small for this cage. So it must have a 6 somewhere in it, and can't be there by this 6. So one of these cells are 6. Oh, in fact, one of these cells are 6 as well, which means that the other 3 digits sum to 13. Oh, because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, then the minimum value of this is actually 5, 6, 7, right? Wait, but... oh, it's 19, not a 13 cage. Yes, okay, so what does 5, 6, 7 sum up to? Well, 5, 6, 7 sums to 18, which is very good, because along with this cell, this must sum to 19, and since these cells already sum to a minimum of 18, this cell is minimum of 1, this would be minimum a total of 19 as well. So we do need the minimum here, which is 5, 6, 7, making that a 1. Oh, that is really cool. So this is an 8, 9 pair. So now this can't be a 1. 1 doesn't do much else though. This 3 means that can't be a 3 by knight's move. Also not very helpful. But sure. Okay, I want to say maybe we look at one of these now. Why? Is it this 25 cage maybe? Because one of this is going to be... yes, because what happens if you don't have a 9 in this cage? Well, then the minimum you can make is 8765, which sum to 26. Oh, that is possible. Oh no. 26 is possible. So 25 is a possible cage value. You could have like a 4, 6, 7, 8. That would sum to 25, I think. So it is possible for there to be no 9 in this cage. Okay. Maybe this 9 cage? Or this one? What's 23 minus 9? That's 14, right? 14 can be made in so many different ways though. Not sure. I mean, I know this can't be actually, let's figure this out. This is either 8 or 9. So what do these sum to? This is either 11 or 12. So this is either 6 or 7. So how do we make 6? A 6 is either a 2, 4 or a 1, 5. While a 7 without a 3 is either 2, 5 or 1, 6. Ah, but it can't be 1, 6 because this cell can't be 6 or 1. 6 by the king's move. So if it was 7, it's just 2, 5. If it's 6, it's 2, 4 or 1, 5. In which case 1 is not here. So this is either 2, 5 or it's 2, 4 or it's 1, 5, in which case 1 is not there. That feels like almost a quadruple. Interesting. Okay. Where else do I look next? Maybe this. This is 22. Well, we know 5, 6, 7. So I'm gonna move those first. 5, 6, 7 adds up to 18, right? So this is minimally an 18. But we need a 20 to have this work. So a 5, 6, 7 makes 18. We need to increase by 2. Do we need a 9 in this thing here? I mean, a 9 could go in any of those cells, I'm pretty sure. So it could be 5, 6, 9. Could also be 5, 7, 8 if we wanted it to. Yeah, I'm not actually sure where to keep going on here because it looks pretty tough. Maybe it is 25 again. 25 minus 6 is 19, right? So 19 and 4. Well, if this was a 9, then these would sum to 10. And cannot use 1, 9 or 4, 6. Could be 2, 7 or 3, 8 though. And if it was an 8, this would sum to 14. So this sums to 11. Without 2, 9 or 5, 6. Could still be 3, 7 or 4, 8. Sorry, 3, 8 or 4, 7. But it can't be 3, 8. Okay, so let's think about this one now. Because we already did it for this cage. So let's do it for this cage then. If this was a 9, then these sum to 15. Therefore, this sum to 10. And without a 1, 9 or 4, 6. It can't be 8. It can't be 2, 8 either. So it's actually just a 3, 7 if it was an 8, 9. And then this 7 would make this a non-7. This would be not 3. So if this is a 9, then this is 3, 7. If this is an 8, then these will sum to 11. It cannot use 3, 8. It cannot use 2, 9. It can use 5, 6. So must use 4, 7. And because 7 sees that, this cannot be 7. It must be a 4. Meaning that this cell is, I'm pretty sure, always a 7. Okay. That's a little bit far-fetched. But I'll take it. Now where does 5 go in here? Maybe? Or can I do something else with that? 7? I can't prove that 7's in this box. But maybe I can prove that 5 is not in this box. Or 5 is in this box. Because if 5 isn't in this box, then this would only be 1, 2, 3, 4 in the row. So is this possible? Can you make 27 with something like a 4, 9, 4, 9, 6? That adds up to 19, and then you need 8. Which is fine, Okay. Okay, again, this is either 1, 5, 2, 4 or 2, 5. Right. Not entirely sure. Do we look at this now? Again, 23 minus 9 is 14. Without 6, 7, the maximum you could have is 854, but 854 is huge. And so it's fine if it's 854. Choosing one of those cells. But it doesn't say anything about anything. And we can't say that there's any specific digit in this set either. Except that it comes from 1, 2, 4, and 5. Maybe it's the 3s in this box. Again, the I'm still not sure. I'm still not very sure. Well, this is actually really tough already. And this is still considered moderate difficulty. Maybe it's just something I'm not seeing. Or maybe it's just something I refuse to calculate. Yes, like I can actually tell you what this cell is. Right. Because of the quote-unquote secret. Okay, I never thought I'd be using this, but the digits in this cage are the digits 1 to 9. They are the digits 1 to 9, which had to sum to 45. And we actually know what these digits sum to. They sum to 20. We also know what these digits sum to, because it's 22 minus a 2. That makes this 20. Therefore, these cells sum to a total of 40, which means that these cells sum to 45 minus that, which is actually 42, which is actually 5. Sorry, these cells sum to 5. Therefore, that blue cell over there must be a 2. Okay, that makes a lot more sense as a, a step forward. In fact, now this can't be a 2, but it could still be 4 or 5 based on what this is. I mean, maybe this will disambiguate it. If we say this is a 4, then a 4 makes this a 5. A 4 here would... I think that fails, doesn't it? Because a 4 here makes this a 5. And if this is a 5, this must be an 8. If this is a 4, this must also be an 8, right? Yeah, 25 minus 13 is 12. So 4 here makes this an 8. But 4 here makes this a 5. And 18 minus 10 makes this an 8 as well. So 4 can't be there, otherwise these would both be 8. Meaning this is a 3. Meaning that is a 9. That is an 8, so that's a 5. I believe this is correct. So, cool. Okay. If I put the digits in wrongly, right? Do you think they'll scold me for it? No, even if the digits don't actually sum to 21. Alright, I guess that doesn't really do anything much then. This 2 means that can't be a 2 now. Or this 3 means that can't be a 3. Therefore in this case, the 3 cannot go in those cells and must go there. This can't be a 3, so in here, 3 must go there. 3 in the corner. Okay. So that is a very useful trick actually. It gives us a lot more digits. Whatever we did just now. So I'm tempted to do it again. Maybe with this box. Yes, because I can tell you what that digit is. And therefore can tell you what this digit is. Okay, so let's look at those cells. Let's use the same trick again. What are those summing to? Those sum to 16. Those are 10 plus 6. This sums to 17 therefore. And this is 23, which adding to this gives you a total of 40. The total is 45, and therefore this must just be a 5. So that can't be 5. Now in this box, how much does this sum to? Well, this is actually 16 minus 5, so this sums to 11. This is 27, which adding 11 to it gives you 38. This is a 3, which adding to 38 gives you 41. And therefore this is 45 minus 41, which is a 4. So that's 4. Being that's 1, that's 4. Okay. Yeah, actually knowing this trick actually helps significantly. So that can't be 4, that's 1, therefore that's 2. Yes. So that's useful. These are therefore 5 and 2 and 5, which are fine. Could this be a 2 though? Because what is the maximum you can put in those cells? Again, these can't be both 7 and 8, and therefore it must be 6, 8 at maximum. With the 2, that adds up to 16, but 16 plus 9 is only 27. Okay, wait, no, 16 plus 9 is 25. Sorry, my math is wrong. Yes, it can't be a 2 because if you put a 2 here, no matter how high you go, you will never exceed 25. So this can't be a 2, that is a 5, that is a 2. Jeez, okay. So these cells must now sum to 27 minus... These cells must now sum to 13, and with a 6 in there must also have a 7. This 7, 8 pair sees that cell, so that's 6 and that's 7. This 6 now sees those cells, so those are not 6, meaning that this is a 6. Those cells are now 4 and 8. This 4 sees that, so that's 8, that's 4, and therefore this is a 1. Let's check this cell. These are the 10, these are the 6, so the total is 16, that is correct. These are not 4, 2 and 8, 2 and 8. 2, 8. Okay, can't disambiguate this yet by anti-king or anything else. Have I actually used anti-king once, legitimately? I don't think I have yet. Maybe I have like somewhere to make a really minor deduction. Okay. Now what? Can I use that for... I want to say these 2 boxes, but that's a really big... That's a really... Yeah, because actually using these 2 boxes should allow me to get these 2 cells in sum. Although I'm not entirely sure if I need to do that. Maybe I could just get away with more Sudoku first. Like... Well, I can tell you what those cells are. Those are just 1, 2, and 4. Those cells are 5, 6, and 8. And therefore those cells would be 3, 7, and 9. Oh yeah, I remove a 3 from here by Knight's move. That's what I was doing. I can remove a 9 there as well. These cells are therefore 4, 5, and 6. And this cell can't be a 5, and it can't be a 4 by King's move. Did I say Knight? I meant King, by the way. So that's 6. Those are not 6 anymore. Okay. So those cells are not 6. This 6 sees those cells, meaning one of those are 6. Does that help? Not entirely sure. Oh, I'm sorry for that. Hmm. Two is in one of those cells. Actually, yeah, okay, this 2 actually sees that first, so I should remove that, just in case. that becomes like important somehow. Let's see, this is a 6, this is a 4, 5, so this is 18 minus 6, 4, which is 10, or minus 6, 5, which is 7. Sorry, this is 8 or 7. Okay, and let's try and figure that out. How would you make 8? 8 is either 1, 7, or it is 2, 6, or it is 3, 5. No other way. But that doesn't work at all, because 7 here removes this from being 1, 7. 6 here removes this from being 2, 6, both by cage and by knight's move, king's move. And this 5 removes this from being 3, 5. So this cannot sum to 8 at all, meaning this cannot be a 4. So that's 5, that's 4. This therefore sums to 7 and cannot be 2, 5. Cannot be 1, 6, and therefore must be 3, 4. This 4 sees that, so that's 3, that's 4. Okay. Cool. We got a 4 there. So I guess we can say that these sums to 17. Is that useful somewhat? Maximum you can make this as an 18 with 7, 8. 15 with a 7, 8, so that is minimum a 2. Okay, well, therefore we can say that 1 does not appear in this box. In this cell. These two 1s see those cells as well. So one of these are 1s. Which means that 1 is also in the 18 cage. And with 1 in the 18 cage and 9 in the 18 cage, the last two digits must sum to an 8. And it cannot be 1, 7, it cannot be 3, 5, and therefore must be 2, 6. So I think this is just 1, 2, 6, 9. That is therefore an 8. Meaning that is not an 8. But more importantly, because these sum to 12, these sum to 9. Which can only be done so with a 3 and a 6, because 7 here doesn't work and 5 here doesn't work. So this can only be done with 3 and 6. Okay. That is some progress. Oh, these 6 sees all these cells, so now that can be 6, meaning that is 6. 9 sees that. 1 sees that. Oh, and 2 sees that as well, so that's 9. Oh, actually 2 sees this as well, so that's 1, that's 2. Okay. That's great. This is either a 7 or an 8, but by king's move, this 8 can't be there, so that's 7. That is 8. That is 7. These cells are 4, 8, 9. Okay, well I guess we are moving 4 from here, 8 from here, and 9 from there. Well, sorry, 9 from here. These cells sum to 5, 6, 1, 5, 6. This can't be a 6, and that can't be a 1. Okay, let's see if we can use this one more time. Yeah, because nothing here can help us yet. So this sums to 9 right now, so these have to sum to 22 minus 9, which is 13. And it can't be 6 because you need a 7, it can't be 9 because you need a 4. So it must be the 5, 8 specifically, which has to be in this order. That's a 1, that's a 6. This is a 4, that is a 9. Which amazingly that does not disambiguate this. This 2 does disambiguate that, though. This must be 8 and that must be 2. Alright, so let's keep going. 6 and 9 here. 6 and 9. Well, I can tell you what those cells are maybe. 1, 2, and 6. And this cell can't be 2 or 6, so it's a 1. These are 2, 6. These are 3, 5, 7. This can't be 3. Oh, it can't be 7 either because of that. So it must be a 5. And those are 4, 8, and 9. Which I seriously cannot believe I am not disambiguating right now. Wow, wait. Oh, this 1 sees that, so that's 4. Those are not 4, meaning that this is not 4 either. Okay, what are these then? These are 7, 8, 9. This 7 sees that, so that's not 7, meaning that is a 7. Oh, this 6, 9 pair means that's not a 9, so that's an 8, that's a 9. By king's move, this 8 sees that, so that's 4, that's 8. Nope, that's 8, and this should disambiguate the entire rest of the puzzle. Yes, this 8 sees that, 5, 8. This 5, well, 5 is somewhere in this here. Can I figure that out? I guess I should place these digits in first. Yeah, So these are 2, 3, 5, 7. Oh, in fact, yeah, these can be 7 actually. So 7 in this column has to be there. So that's 7, that's 5. This 5 sees that, so that's 3, that's 5. Let's just put these in first. Those are 1 and 4. This 3, this sees that 7, so that's a 7. That's a 3. This 7 sees that, so that's 9. That's 7. This 9 sees that, so that's 6. That's 9. This 6 sees that, so that's 2. That's 6. This 2 sees that, so that's 1. That's 2, and this 1 sees that, so that's 4. That's 1, solving the puzzle. Nice. Oh, that was really cool. It definitely took me a while to figure out this this little summing to 45 trick. I mean, it's everywhere in Killer Sudoku, but I really should have seen it sooner. But I'm glad I spotted it anyway. I'm pretty sure figuring out that this was always a 7 was not intended during my solve path, so I was a little bit hesitant to put that in. But otherwise, yeah, I think I know what was intended to get into this puzzle, and I'm very happy that I spotted it. So that is great. Yep. And with that, I will. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you. Bye bye. Hello. This is a set sequence by Bitmask, I think. I believe it's Bitmask. If I went to change back here, it is Bitmask. Okay. I realized that I pronounced the name of one of the setters wrong the last time I solved one of the puzzles from this series, and I apologize for that. This is from the Cygnet Sudoku series, which is a set of puzzles developed by students who were learning how to set variant Sudoku, so that's really cool. Okay, so let us try and solve this puzzle. A set sequence by Bitmask. Normal Sudoku rules apply, so place 1 to 9 in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Thermometer. Numbers on thermometers must strictly increase as they move away from the bulb. So we have some thermometers here. You have some thermometers there, and thermometers must be an increasing sequence of digits. So you could have 1, 3, 5, 6. Sorry, not 6. Wow, you actually okay. Whoa. Sorry. Let's do this. You could have something like that. So it doesn't have to be increasing by 1 every time. You could have. Wow, this is actually really hard to give an example of. Sorry. I can't find a good digit. Yeah, you could have something like that, basically. It doesn't have to increase in. Oh my goodness. It doesn't have to increase by 1 every time. It just has to be, the next digit has to be bigger than the previous one. That's it. That's the entire rule set. I'm sorry I'm messing up for you guys, but I hope you understand what that means. Yes, anyway. Killer cages. The number in the killer cage must sum to the number in the cage's top left. So you have some cages around here. Whatever digits they are, they must sum to this small number in the corner. So, you know, these digits must sum to 6, these digits must sum to 20, and so on and so forth. Alright, so those are the rules of a set sequence. With that, let us start solving. So as you probably already guessed, I've actually had a very hard time trying to figure out how to put digits in this thermometer, which makes me think that that's probably where I start. So this digit is clearly smaller than a 3, and therefore can only be 2 or 1. That does help with this, because this must be the counterpart to 1 and 2, which sum to 6, and therefore can be 4 or 5 only. Which actually is not resolvable. So, interesting. Okay. Well, these must be greater than 3. And in fact, I can tell you what digit that is, because this is greater than 3. It can't be a 4 because you have nothing between them. It can't actually be a 5 either, because this actually makes a little bit of pushes a little bit of this here. If this is a 5, then this must be a 4. That then removes candidates for both options here. So this can't actually be a 5. Yes. So that's not 5, and therefore it can't be 6 by the row column, it can't be 7 by the box, and it can't be 9 by the row. So it must be an 8, right? Yeah, it can't be 4, 5, 6, 7, or 9, so it's an 8. So that's our first digit. This is somewhere between, but it can't be 6, 7. So it's therefore a 4 or 5 only, which makes a pair. That's interesting. Okay, well these cells sum to 17 minus 8. That would be a 9. So they sum to 9. That's not very restrictive because it could be, you know, 2, 3, 4. That's valid. So it doesn't even need a 1 in it. Alright. What now? Maybe this thermometer? I mean, you could have 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. Actually, yeah, this is actually really, really constrained. Yeah, in fact, it must be an 8, wasn't it? Because it can't be 7, 6, or 9 by thermometer, and the minimum you can be is a 5. But a 5 doesn't work, because a 5 requires you to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 4 would clash. So this can't be a 5 either. It can't be 5, 6, 7, or 9, so it therefore must be an 8. Oh, okay. So now there can't actually be 4 in any of those cells. So this cell can't be a 4, can't be a 6 or 7. It can't be a 3, 2, 1 because all of those do not fit here. If I want to into detail, the reason why that is the case is because, you know, 3, 2, and 1 all each do not have 3 digits smaller than them that fit into the puzzle. So they can't be 1, 2, or 3. It can't be 4, it can't be 6 or 7, and therefore must be a 5. This can't be 4, and so the only digits 1 and 5 are 3, 2, and 1. So these must be placed in order. This 5 makes that a 4. 4. So for these to sum to 6, this is therefore a 2. This can't be a 4, so it's a 5. And those are our first digits. Okay, I think that works. Okay, these 6s, look at that, and force this to have a 6 in it. That actually does constrain things a lot because this cell sums to a 9, and including a 6 can only also have a 1 and a 2 in it. So yeah, because it's a 9, if you have a 6 in it, the other 2 digits must sum to 3, and without repeats can only be 1 or 2. So this is only 1 to a 6. And this must be a 6. This cannot be a 6. Okay. In this box, where does 2 go? This 2 sees that, these 2s see those cells, so 2 goes there. Right, 4 goes in one of those cells, but we can't figure out which one. In this box I can tell you a little something. Where does 3 and 4 go in this box? 3 can't go there and 4 can't go there. So 3 and 4 must occupy these cells and therefore form a 3-4 pair. This cell is therefore a 9. Okay, so those cells are therefore a 1 and 7, which sees that. Well, this sees this cell, so that's 1. That's 7. 3 here, yes, 3 here sees those cells, so 3 must be in here. And with a 3, how else would you make a 20? The maximum you can put in after a 3 is an 8 and a 9, which just happens to sum to 20. And therefore you must have the maximum values in here. So these are 3, 8, 9. This can't be 8, and it can't be a 3 by this pair, so it must be a 9. Those are not 3. Sorry, those are not 9. And this 8 sees that, so that's 3. That's 8. Those cells are therefore 2 and 5, which means that that must be, well, these 2 cells see that, so that's a 1. Those are not 1. This is therefore a 7, I believe. These cells are therefore a 1, 5, 9. And this 5 sees that, so that's not 5. Sorry, not 5. This 9 sees that, so that's not 9. And we are on our way. This is 1, 7, and 9. This can't be a 9. Okay, very useful so far. No, I don't think I have anything after that. 9 is one of those cells. Does that help? 9 is one of those cells? One of those cells? No. Well, I mean 9 in this box, I guess. Those 9s see everything here. So 9 goes there. What else? 5 in this box. 5 sees those cells. So that's a 5. And I guess 2 in this box goes one of those cells, so... yeah. I mean, that looks up there and says that 2 is not one of those cells, so 2 goes one of those cells. But that doesn't help. Five goes to one of those cells. In fact, actually, let's look at this column here. It's just 4, 5, 7. Yeah, it's 4, 5, 7. 7 sees these 2 cells, so this is a 7. 7 in here means one of those are 7. Yes, this 7 and this 7 see those cells, so 7 can only go there. That's therefore a 1 and that's therefore a 9. Okay. In this box, 1 sees those cells, 1 sees that, 1 sees those cells, so 1 goes there. Those cells are 1, 6, 9. And 9 sees those cells, so 9 goes there. This 1, 6 pair looks at this cell, so that can't be a 1 and is a 5. That's 1. 5 sees those cells, so 5 goes in one of those cells, which might help in this 22 cage. These 2 digits are 8 and 4. 4, 8. And those 3 digits are 5, 7, 5, 6, 7. This can't be a 5. Okay. Alright, let's look at the 22 cage now. Because it must have a 2 in it and a 5 in it, which sums to 7. The other 2 digits are 22 minus 7, which is 15. And the maximum other 2 digits you can put here are 7 and 8, which do sum to 15. So besides your 5, you must have the maximum values here, which are 7 and 8. So this is just 8. This is 5 and 7. So that makes this a 4 and that a 6. Not quite there. Well, 8 in this box is helpful because those 8s see all of those cells, so 8 goes there. And I think we can therefore say that this is 2 sorry. My goodness, 1 can't see those cells, so 1 is in one of those cells. 8, in fact 1 is in one of those cells, I'll say that. And 8 again can't see those cells, and this 8 sees that. So 8 is one of those cells, forming a 1, 8 pair. These 2s therefore can't be in those cells and must be there, which is useful, I hope. Nah, it's not really. Unfortunate. But we can say that cell's a 7 now because of the column. So in this box, 7 sees those cells, so that's a 7. That's a 5, that's a 7. Sorry, what are these digits? 3, 4, and 6. This can't be 4 and 6, and therefore it's 3. These are 4 and 6, which I can't disambiguate yet. These digits are, well, these digits, they are 4, 6, and 5. This can't be a 4 again, so that works. This is actually a 4, 5, 6 triple, so that is therefore a 3 in the row. These cells are 3, 4, and 6, and we can't disambiguate that right now. Okay. So this 8 actually sees that, so that's 1, that's 8. I don't know how long that's been there, but I see it finally. This cell is 2, 4, or 5, and it can't be 4 or 5. So this is 2. This is 5, this is 4, this is 5. This is not 5, therefore I think that is a 5. This is therefore a 2. These are 1 and... Sorry, those are 1 and 9, I think? Yeah, this 9 sees that, so that's 1. That's 9. This is 6, this is 1. These sum to 6 without a 1, 5 in it, so it's a 2, 4. This 2 sees that, so that's 4, that's 2. This 4 sees that, so that's 3, that's 4. This 2 sees that, so that's 6, that's 2. This 6 sees that, so that's 4. This is therefore 3, that is therefore 6. This in the row is 3. This 6 sees that, so that's 4, that's 6, and this is finally a 6. And with that, we've solved the puzzle. Do you recognize the sequence on the thermometer? 2, 3, 5, 8. Oh, Fibonacci. I see. That's really cool. So, the sequence on the thermometers are part of the Fibonacci sequence, in which the previous two numbers will sum to the next number. I see. That is really interesting. Yeah, cool. Cool after puzzle Easter egg. Yeah, I enjoyed that. Well, I hope you enjoyed that too. I will see you now. Bye bye. Hello, this is X's and V's by Chaos. So, well, it is part of the Cygnet Sudoku series, which is a series of puzzles created by the, well, I guess students of Missing a Few Cards and Full Deck. Yeah, so let's take a look at what this puzzle is. Normal Sudoku rules apply, digits in 1 to 9 in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Anti-knight, so digits connected by a knight's chess move. Sorry, it cannot contain the same digit. This means this could not be a 3, even though it fulfills Sudoku rules. They are knights move apart and therefore cannot have the same digit. Next, XV, cell separated by an X must sum to 10. So these two digits sum to 10 could be a 1, 9, like so. Digits separated by a V must sum to 5. So this could be 4, 1, like so. And all possible combinations are given. So all possible combinations are indicated, meaning that any two digits that do not have anything cannot sum to 5 or 10 at all. So those are the rules. With that, let us begin. So this string of V's is what I believe is most important. Yes, because, well, there are a few ways to explain this, but I'm pretty sure this has to be a 1-4-1 set. So V's can only be completed in two different ways, that is 2-3 and 1-4. Now, what does that mean? This is either 2-3 or 1-4, but could this be 2-3? Or rather, I should first explain that these must all be the same set. That is because whatever digit this is, these two digits are both 5 minus that digit, which are therefore the same. And by the same logic, this must therefore be this color. And so no matter what you do, these two V's contain the same set of digits. Now could this be a 2-3 pair? And the answer is no, because the 3 here sees this cell. It also sees this cell by knight's move, and therefore if this was 2-3, you couldn't put a 3 anywhere. And therefore this must be a 1-4. And if this 4 sees that, then the green is a 1, and the purple is a 4. Is it purple? Is it pink? I honestly don't know. Whoa, whoa. So yeah, I actually don't know if it's purple or pink or however people say it. I don't know what color it is honestly. But yeah. So now we have a lot more digits. 4 here. Well, this 4 sees that, so 4 goes in one of those cells. This 3 also. Yeah, let's look at this over here. We know that these two digits are the same color, but they can't be 3, can they? And then this is its own color itself. But this can't be, again, it cannot be a 2-3 pair. And the reason why is because 3 sees every one of these cells. It sees this by knight's move. And in fact, it also sees both of these cells. So no matter what they are, cannot contain a 3 in them. Therefore, it can't be 2-3 and must be 1-4. This 1 sees that by the box. So it cannot be a 1, it must be 4. Which allows us to put those digits in. Nice. So this by the X clue must be a 9. Okay. 6 in this box is actually very constrained because not only do 6s see those cells, by knight's move, this 6 sees that and that. So 6 in this box can only be here, which probably helps here. 6 is in one of those cells. Okay, never mind. This is actually way easier because this 4 sees that. This can't actually be a 1-4 pair then because the 4 is already in the box and therefore must be 2-3. The 3 here sees that, so that's 2, that's 3. By the X clue, this must be 7. This 3 sees that, and so can't be a 2-3 pair, and therefore must be 1-4. This is actually, yeah, this can't be 9 now. This can't be 1, because by the X clue, a 1 here would place a 9 there, and that would clash. So this must be 4, this must be 1, this is therefore a 6. Now these digits are the same, I'll color them in. But I think this X is more important maybe. It can't be 1-9, it can't be 1-9, it can't be 3-7, but it can't be 4-6 either. Because if it was, then this cell couldn't be 4 or 6. So I think it must be 2-8, right? It must be 2-8. Okay. This box here, these 4s see all those cells, and by knight's move, this cell sees that. So 4 in this box can only be here. Okay. I'm not sure if okay, I can place 3 in this box. I was saying I'm not sure if so 3 sees those cells, and by knight's move 3 sees that. This can't be 3 either because I will place a 7 here clashing with that. So 3 is not there, meaning 3 must be there. I'm not actually sure if the X clues, if the negative constraint, this all possible cells, all possible combinations are given. I'm not sure if that's required, so I will try to solve this puzzle without using it first. Okay, this can't be 4-6 because of that. It can't be 1-9 because of that. It can't be 3-7 because of that. So it must be 2-8, and this 8 sees that by knight's move. So that's 2, that's 8. These cells are therefore 5, 8, and 9 to complete the row. This can't be 5 or 9, and so must be 8, which means that this is a 2. No knight's move to disambiguate stuff yet? No, okay. That's fine. This can't be... this has to be 1-9. This can't be 3-7. Can't be 6. It can't be 4-6 either. But it can't be 2-8 because this 2-8 sees that cell. So if this was a 2-8, you couldn't put any cell in there. So this must be 1-9. With the 1 seeing this must therefore be 9, and that is therefore a 1. These cells are now 5 and 7, which is fine. No knight's moves here. And these cells are 5, 8, 9. This 8 sees that. So 8 in this box can only be there. No knight's move here either. Okay. These cells to complete the row are 2, 5, and 7. This is a 2-8 pair, so that can't be 2, meaning that 2 in this row can only be there. Again, no knight's move yet. here we're missing a 6. We're missing 5, 7, 9, but we're also missing a 6. Okay. 6 in this box though, yes. So this 6 sees that cell, this 6 sees that cell. These can't be 6, and by knight's move, this 6 sees that cell. So 6 in this box must be there. Therefore, in this box, 6 can only be there, because it can't be there anymore. So this is 5, 7, 9, which we cannot disambiguate. These cells to complete the box are 3, 5, 7. This can't be 3 or 5, and so it's just a 7. Oh, not like that. 7. This 3 sees that by knight's move, so that's 5. That's 3. This 5 sees that, so that's 7, that's 5. And that helps because this 5 sees a 7 here. Oh, places a 7 there. No knight's moves either. In this column, the last digit to place is a 6, which is there. These two digits to complete this column are 3 and 9, I think. Yeah, 3 and 9. And so these last digits would be 1, 7, 8. 1, 7, 8. This 8 sees that by knight's move. Oh, I should sees that by this 8 also. This 7 sees that. And this 1 sees that by knight's move as well. So you have some sort of chocolate teapot going on here? Yeah. Okay. What else do we have? 5, 5 in this box. Can't be in these cells, so 5 goes there. Anything else? 1 in this box, yes. Because these ones see those cells. This one sees that, and when knight's move, this one also sees that cell. So this must be where 1 is. So to complete the row, we now have 2, 7, 8. This can't be 7, so 7 in the row can only be there. Yeah. And then these to complete the row are 9 and 5, which we can't disambiguate still. These cells to complete the box, along with this, are 2, 8, 2, 3, and 8. This can't be 2 or 3, so that's 8. That's 2, that's 3, this 2 sees that. So that's 8, that's also 8, that's 2. Those are now finished up. These are 2, 7, 9. 7, 9 here places a 2 here. This 9 sees that by knight's move, so that's 7, and therefore this is 9. These are 1 and 4, I think. But this can't be 1 because that will make this a 9, which fails. So that's 4. That's 1. That makes this a 6. These are 5 and 6. This 6 sees that, so that's 5. Wait, not 5, 6. What? Sorry. 5 and 7. 5 and 7. This 7 sees that by knight's move, so that's 5. That's 7. These digits are 2, 3, and 9. 2 sees that cell, and by knight's move sees that cell, so that's 2. These are 3 and 9. Oh, no knight's move. No knight's move at all. Okay. Anything else? This one sees... Well, it doesn't see anything. This 7 sees that, so that's 1. Therefore, that's 8. That is 7. What else do we have? These are 1, 5, 9. This 1, 5 sees that, so that's 9. This is 5 by this 1 over here, so that's 1. This 5 sees that by knight's move, so that's 9. That's 5, that's 9, that's 5. These are 2 and 6, which is seen by this, so that's 2. Sorry, that's 6, that's 2. These digits are now... Sorry, this 9 sees that, so that's 3, that's 9, that's 3, that's 9. These digits are 3, 4, and 8. This must be 3, this must be 4, and this must be 8. This is resolved by that, so that's 5 and that's 9. Solving the puzzle. Okay, so it turns out we did not actually use the negative constraint, but still, nice puzzle. Very... what shall I say? It's very genuinely approachable. Yes, that's what I will say. A very genuinely approachable Sudoku, which is nice. It's a very nice quality Sudoku. I like the initial deduction with this set, although you could probably do the same with like a bunch of other sets here regarding these 3 and 4. But talking about this actually, you know, how this 3 sees both of those cells, that's actually one of the deductions that becomes quite common in anti-knight Sudoku. So once we get the harder Sudokus, that is something that we will have to see on our own as well. Alright, with that, I hope you enjoyed this video. I will be seeing you now. Bye bye. Hello. This is Traffic Jam by Falcone. It is from the Cygnet Sudoku series. And it features an interesting variation on arrows, which involves 2-digit numbers. So let's look at the rules of the puzzle. This is regular 9x9 Sudoku, so digits 1 to 9 every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Digits along an arrow must sum to the 1 or 2-digit number indicated in the pill from which the pill emerges. So you have some pills that are, you know, with arrows sticking out of them. And the idea is that, well, you need to have these digits along the arrow sum to the digit in the pill. And these big pills are 2-digit numbers. So for example, this would be read as a 12 or 13 probably. And then these two have to sum to this 2-digit number, which is 13. Okay, so those are the rules. With that, let us begin solving. So this 6 and this 9 imply that these add to 9 and these add to 6, which is a total of 15. And for 5 digits to add to 15, the minimum number you can have, or the minimum you can put in 5 digits are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, which just happens to sum to 15. So this must be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here, therefore, we have a 7, 8 pair to finish up the column, and this 8 sees that. So that's 7, that's 8. We can't have 3 on this. We can't have 3 here because 3 cannot add up to 6. So you can't have 3 and another digit out of 6 without repeating. So yes, there we go. Okay, I guess this 6 is where we go next because these digits add up to 6 and can only be done so with 1, 2, and 3. These two 1s remove 1 from those cells, so 1 is here. And also this 1 removes 1 from that cell, those cells there. This can't be 4. And yeah, okay. I think those were the easy ones to look at. Yeah, those are probably the easier. Or maybe I could do something with this 8 over here. Maybe this one, because this adds up to more than 10. Oh, but if this was a 9, this could be like a 17. I mean, it can't be a 17, but actually that might be quite restricted then. Because it can't be 17. It can't be 16 because then you get 2 8s. A 15 places a 7 here. A 14 places a 6 there, but it can't be 14 because of the 4 here. A 13 places a 5 there. A 12 places a 4 there, which doesn't work because of the 4 here. And this can't be a 11 because you can't have 2 1s here. Yeah, this can't be 12 because this would then be 4, which clashes. So actually this was really restricted and we only have 2 options. Okay, yes, this one over here pushes this upwards. This must be at least 24. And for 3 digits to add up to 24, you can only do so with 7, 8, 9. And it can't be more than 24 because you can't have 3 digits add up to more than 24. So 24 is the maximum, and it must be a 24, which is a 7, 8, 9. This 8 disambiguates that. So that is really cool already. I can put 8 in this box because 8 definitely can't go there. You can't have all these cells up to 87, that is ridiculous. So 8 goes there in the box. Yeah, okay. That is... the 8's going one of those cells, but we can't say anything about that yet. Wow, this is some music. I like it for some reason. It goes in one of those cells. 9. We don't know much about 9. Well, we know 9 is not there because you can't have can't have 3 cells added up to 97. So in fact, yeah, this must be a 1, right? Because 37 is already too high. You can't have 3 cells added up to 37, and 2 is not available. And in fact, 27 also doesn't work either because these cells can sum up to a maximum of 24 only. So this must be a 17. 9 is one of those cells. This is actually quite high. This is at least a 23. And in fact, it can't be a 23 because if it was a 23, the only way to make 23 is to have 6, 8, and 9, which is not possible because there's already a 7 in the arrow. So this must be 24, which is 7, 8, 9. This 8 disambiguates that. That's 9. That's 8. This can't be 25 or higher because you can't have 3 digits to that high of a number. So here we have 5 and 3. This 2, 3 pair sees that cell, so that's 5. That is 3. This 17 here looks at that, which must therefore sum to 17 minus 3, which is 14. Without the 8, cannot be 6, 8, and that 4 must be 5, 9. Very cool. This must now be 4 and 6, which is good. This now can't be 4 because this digit must be 5 plus something. So it can't be less than 5. So that is a 6, that's a 4. This 6 means that's a 1, and therefore we have 3 to finish the column. Oh, 3 in the corner. So cool. 4, 4, 7, 9? Yeah, 4, 7, 9 for this column. This can be 7, that can be 9. And here we can probably do something here. Because we know this has to be the biggest digit. This is 8, 2, 6, which works. 8 must be here, and this is a 2, 6 pair. So it works, which is good. Okay, could probably do something here. This 4, 5 sees those cells. And so because this must add up to 6, this can't be 1 or 2. How am I getting this music? Okay, this 2 sees that, so that's 3, that's 2. This can't be 2 now? And it can't be 4 either because of this 4 here. Okay, sorry. A bit distracted right now. What? I mean, these could very easily sum to... Well, it can't contain 8 and 6. I mean, it could still contain like 5, 9 or something. So this could in fact be quite high. If you had like 7, 9 here, this could be like a 16. This must sum to 8, but cannot use a 1, 7. Ah, therefore this can't be 2, 4, right? Wait, no, it could be 2, 4. What am I saying? Yeah, this can be 1, 7, but it could be 2, 6 or 3, 5. 2, 6, 3, 5. This can't be 2, so that can't be 6. This can't be 5, so that can't be 3. Okay. Somewhat useful, I think. Because, well, 1, 5 would make this a 2, 6, and 2, 4 would make this a 3, 5. So there's no real clash there. But we don't have much of a triple or a quadruple anywhere there either. I can say 1 in this box. Yeah, these ones stare at that cell, making that a 1. Therefore, 1 is in one of those cells in this box, which doesn't do much. Oh, this 1 sees that. Ah, so that is not a 1. Therefore, in the column, 1 can only be there, which means this must be 5, and therefore this is not 3, 5 and is 2, 6. Here we have 3, 4, and 9, I think. 3, 4, 9. 9 can't be in those cells, so 9 goes there, and this 3 disambiguates the rest of the digits. We have 6 here to complete the row, and 2 here to complete the row, and, and for this, 3, 4, 5? Yes, okay. No real way to disambiguate that first, but this can't be 4. So this can't have a 5 in it, which is good because this must not be 3, that must not be 2, so that is 4. Wow, this still don't see anything here. Okay. This cannot be 16, but it could be a lot of things. Actually, no, it can't be. I think it must be 13. And the reason why is it can't be 9, it can't be 19, it can't be 18. 17 will force it to be 8, 9, which fails. It can't be 16 because this would be 7. Wait. Oh, 7, 9 works. So this could be 17. Sorry, this could be 16, I mean. In which case you would have a 7. This 9 would see that. The 7 would see that, so that's 9 and 7. This is one case. You can't have 15 because 15 must either be 7, 8, which is not possible, or 6, 9, which is not possible. It can't be 14 because of that. It can't be 12 because of that. It can't be 11, so it could also be 3. If it was 3, this can't be 6, 7. It can't be 5, 8, so it must then be 4, 9. This 4 would see that, so 4 goes there. And in fact, in both cases, 9 is actually there, so we get some sort of digit which pushes this to be a 5. That's a 9. That must be a 3, making that a 5. Okay. Probably not where I was supposed to, you know, do this, but okay. That probably helped. This is 6 and 8. This 8 sees that. So that's 6. That's 8. This row, sorry, requires 4, 5, 7. This can't be 4 or 5, so that's 7. That's 4, meaning this must be a 13. That is a 5. We have 7 here to complete the box and 9 here to complete the box. This 3, 5 sees that, so that must be 4. Okay. Here we have 5 and 7. 7 here sees that, so that's 5, that's 7. Here we have 1, 2, 6, I think. 1, 2, 6, yes. This clearly can't be 6 actually, because if it was 6, you kind of so many digits onto 6. So in fact, this can't be 6. This can't be 1. And we actually get we can actually look at the options here because this is already a 15. So 15 plus 2 makes this a 17, which is not possible. So this can't be 2, and it must be 6. In which case 6, 7, 8 would add to 21. So here we have 2, here we have 1. 21. This 2 fixes that. I think the 7, yeah, this can't be 7, so that's 4. That's 9. That's 7. Here we only have the rest, which is probably Sudoku. This is 8 and 9. 9 here, 8 there. Here we have 2 and 5, which we can resolve. It's 5 sees that. 3 here, 5 there. This is 1, 6, 1 and 6, sorry. 1 here sees that, so that's 6. That's 1, 3 and 4. This 4 sees that, so that's 3. That's 4. Completing the puzzle. Wow, in 11 minutes. Oh, and you have an option to like the puzzle. Huh. Well, yeah, it was pretty cool. You like this puzzle. Oh, okay, well I can't unlike the puzzle, but it's fine. It was a really good puzzle anyway. Yeah, pretty excited about these 2-pill arrows. I know people have been I know these 2-pill arrows have been existing for quite a long time now, but I've actually done a puzzle with these 2-pill arrows before. For a little bonus fact, it is actually possible to have you know, an arrow that has 2 pills like this, which goes all the way across the row. And if your arrow looks like this, there is actually only one way to fill up these 2 digits. I'm not going to tell you which, but I will just say that it is possible to solve such an arrow like this, at least figure out what these 2 digits are. So yeah, okay, with that, I hope you enjoyed the puzzle. I will be going now. Bye bye. Hello, this is To the Dungeon by Miss Peacock, Nash, and Glitch Horse, which are 3 different people, I would assume. Yeah, it is a killer anti-knight puzzle. So let's look at the rules. Digits 1 to 9 in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box, which are normal Sudoku rules. Killer cages. Digits in cages must sum to the number in the top left corner. So these digits sum up to this number here, which is a 15. So these digits sum to 15, this digit sum to 45, 35, and so on and so forth. And anti-knight. Cells that are knights move apart in chess may not contain the same digit. So for example, these two cells, a knight can jump from one to the other. So those cannot contain the same digit, even though they could by normal Sudoku rules, they can't by anti-knight rules. So with that, let us begin solving. Now I see a lot of interesting looking cages here, because this cage, if you have, well, cages cannot repeat, correct? And therefore, what's the minimum we can put in here? We can put a minimum of 1, 2, 3, 4 in here, which add up to 10. Now, a 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 would add up to 10, which just so happens to be this cage's total. So this cage's total must have the minimum values added to it, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 3 sees all those cells, so 3 must be here. These are therefore 1, 2, and 4. Now we can do basically the same here with this 30 cage, where I can say, well, this 30 cage, what's the maximum we can put in the 30 cage? It's a 6, 7, 8, and 9, right? We just want to add up to 30. So these digits must be maximum 6, 7, 8, and 9. This 6 sees those cells, so 6 must be there. These must therefore be 7, 8, and 9. We can also do the same for the 15 cage, where the minimum we can put in 5 cells is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which happen at the 15, and so this 15 must be the minimum, and therefore must contain N5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it can't contain 1, because of this here already. This 1, 2, 3, and 4, remove 2, 3, and 4 from those cells, making that just a 5. And we can basically do the same thing here, where 35, how do you do that? Well, the maximum you can have in 5 cells is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which actually just happen to add to 35. And so they must be 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And they can't be 7. This 6, 7, 8, and 9 here, see all those. So those can't be 6 and a 9, and must also be 5. Cool. Okay, let us look at another trick with using this column over here. Now the digits 1 to 9 add up to 45. And we know a column has all digits 1 to 9. Therefore, this digit, therefore, this plus this plus this plus this plus this must add up to 45. So what do these add up to? Well, 15 plus 12 is 27, plus 13 is 40. So I would say that this digit must be 45 minus 40 from the outside, and must therefore be a 5. So there you go. I think 5 sees those cells. It sees that cell by knight's move. Oh, yeah, and this 5 sees those cells. So 5 is one of those cells here. This 5 sees those cells, sees that cell by knight's move. This 5 sees those cells, so 5 is one of those cells there. Which means one of these cells are a 5. And same here, one of these cells are a 5. Which we can't disambiguate, I think, probably. Now these plus shapes do seem very interesting, because whatever this cell is, this cell sees all those cells by the column, but it also sees those cells by knight's move, right? And therefore this cell cannot be any of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It must be from 6, 7, 8, and 9. It can't be 6 by the box, it can't be 9, and therefore must be 7 or 8. I think this cell is the same here, where this cell sees all those cells, therefore cannot be any of those cells. Must be 1, 2, 3, and 4. It can't be 3 or 4, and therefore must be 1 or 2. Okay, very slowly. Oh, these 9s, place a 9 here. Alright, I'm back. I think I've gotta finish this quickly, man. Yeah, I gotta finish this quickly. Okay. So where were we? Let's remove the color from here. Right, anti-knight killer. Okay. So what do we have? 9 can't be here or there. Oh, in fact, 9 can't be in those cells, so 9 in this row must just be there. I think we can do the same for the opposite, where 4 can't be in any of those cells, so 4 must just be there. Okay. 3. No, 3 doesn't give us much. Oh, but 3 in this box though must be there, which does help, I think. Yes, because all of these are seen. This is seen by knight's move, so 3 goes there. That is no longer 3. Sorry. So that is no longer 3. Now 6s probably. Yeah, 6 come in those cells, so 6 goes there, which actually sees these cells, and that by knight's move, so 6 goes there. This does start to look like some windmill kind of pattern, even though it's not really a 10 windmill, because those do not add up to 10. But whatever. Let us continue solving. This can't be a 9. That forms a 7-8 pair here. The remaining digits are 2 and 4. Same here. Oh no, this digit. Right. 4 sees those digits, so 4s must be here, meaning that's not a 4. This forms a 1-2 pair. This can't be a 9. In fact, it can't be a 6 either, so I think it just must be an 8. Same how this can't be a 4, and therefore this must be a 2. Therefore that's a 4. Wait, why did I make that a 2-4? Oh, right, wait, that's just wrong. This is not 2 or 4. 4 here sees that, so that's 2. So this one is actually just a last digit, I think it's 3. Here is not 6 or 9, so that's 8. This is 4, we already talked about that. So that's not 4, I mean the last digit would be, I think, a 6. Yeah. Okay. Very cool. What now? Well, 8 is removed from those cells, which means that these are actually forming a pair, which are I think 1 and 2. These also form a pair, which I think are 7 and 8. So that's not 7 or 8, so that is 9. That is not 1 or 2, that's 4. So we can do that. 4, this 3-4 pair sees those cells, this 4 sees that, and this 4 sees that. So 4 goes there. No knight's move thing. Knight's move thing here. Now 4, okay, no knight's move again. Okay, fine. But I think this 4 here implies a 9 is here, and we can check that by saying 9 sees those cells. This 6-9 pair sees that, so 9 goes there. Yep, that makes sense. So 3, yes, 3 in this row can't be in those cells, can't be in those cells, so 3 goes there. Then we can do the same with this. 6 can't be in those cells, or those cells, so 6 goes there. 6 must be with, so these add up to 9, and could be 1, 8 or 2, 7. There's a 1 here and a 1 here, mean now these are 1, so it must be 2, 7. This 1, 2 pair sees that cell, so that's 7, that's 2. This must therefore be 1, 8. This 8 sees that, so that's 1, that's 8. This 1 sees that cell, so that's 2. That's 1. I think this 7 sees that cell, yep, that's 8, that's 7. Which doesn't do anything. 1 in this box must be there. This I think is 5 and 8. No, yeah, 5 here sees that cell by knight's move, so 8 there, 5 there. 7 can't be in those cells, so 7 goes there. The remaining digits I think 2 and 5. 5 sees that cell by knight's move, so that's 2, that's 5. So the 2 and the 8 are actually rotationally symmetrical. Wow, look at that. Okay, the remaining digits here are, well, 5 can't be there anymore, so 5 goes there. I think, yeah, this 5 sees that cell, so 5 can't be there. 5 goes there. This digit is an 8, so that digit would be a 2. And then these two digits are 1 and 4, which well, this one sees that by knight's move, so we can do that. This now can't be a 4, so it's a 3. Here we have 6 and 7. 7 sees this cell by knight's move. Sorry, not 6 and 7, 7 and 9. This cell sees that by knight's move, so that's 9. That's 7. This 9 sees that, so that's 6. That's 9. Okay, last few digits here. This is 7 and 8, I think. And 7 sees that cell by knight's move, so that's 8. That's 7. Here we have 1 and 2, I believe. 1 sees that cell by knight's move, so that's 2. That's 1. This cell? This cell? No, nothing yet. Alright. Fine. Fine. I think we gotta start looking more properly. This 1. No, wow. Okay, so this is 1, 2, and 3, right? Yes. 2 sees those cells and that cell by knight's move, so 2 must go there. This is a 1, 3 pair, which is seen by knight's move, so that 3 sees that cell, so that's 1, that's 3. These cells are 6, 7, and 8. 8 sees those 2 cells, so 8 goes in there. 6 sees that cell by knight's move, so that's 7, that's 6. This 7 doesn't do anything, but no but. Okay, these two digits are 3 and 6. 3 resolves that. Here we have 5, 7, 8 to finish off the box. 8 sees that cell by knight's move, so I'm just gonna place down 5, 7, 8 first. Sorry, 7 and 8 see that, so that's 5. 8 sees that, so that's not 8 or 5, so that's 7. Therefore that's 8. We can therefore resolve this one. Here we have 1, 2, and 5. Sorry, 5. 1 and 2 see that cell, so that's 5. 2 sees that cell by knight's move, so that's 1, that's 2. Therefore that's 1, that's 2, solving the puzzle in, wow, under 10 minutes. So that was cool. Well, I hope you enjoyed that puzzle. The entire waiting section will be removed after editing. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this puzzle. I will be seeing you now. Bye bye.